Hi, welcome to class today. We are going to be doing a 30-minute gentle yoga session and a little more focus on the upper body. If you've practiced with me before, you know that um, we can tend to hold our attention usually in two areas. One is neck, shoulders, kind of scrunching the shoulders towards the ears unintentionally without knowing. And the other area is usually low back and hips. So today we're going to focus a little more on upper body and just kind of unwinding some of that tension that might just build up without you even knowing. So let's get started. Comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. I'm going to grab one of my blankets here because it just feels better. Okay? All right, get yourself nice and cozy. And also, let me grab this. If you happen to have a strap, or you can use a hand towel, a sock, a belt, anything you've got that's long and stretchy a little bit, grab it and we'll use that today. So come to seated, get nice and cozy. Take a couple breaths, maybe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Settle in. Kind of take a step back from whatever it is you were just doing. Take a step in to what you're doing right now. Good. If you'd like, you can close the eyes. And the first kind of step, usually in making any kind of progress, is to become aware of what's going on right now. So I'd like you to bring your attention to the muscles in your face. Notice if there's certain areas that are maybe feeling more tense, maybe forehead, around the eyes, jaw. And start to see if you can soften those muscles just a little. Doesn't have to be a huge change, just again, some awareness. And then take your attention down to your neck and just maybe move the head a little bit, shimmy the shoulders slightly. Feel a little softening come into that place. Also take your attention to your shoulders, the tops of your shoulders. Feel if maybe you can let them be a little heavier, a little softer. Take that awareness down the arms, even to the hands. So sometimes we hold tension in the hands without even knowing. So maybe wiggle the fingers just gently. And find your soft opening of your hands. So that usually doesn't mean that the hands are spread out wide, fingers spread wide. It usually means there's a soft little cup. From there, maybe you feel some relaxation move through the chest or the back or the belly. And eventually taking that relaxation down to the lower body, low back, legs, hips. Good, just a few more breaths. Letting things settle. Good. Slowly blink the eyes back open if they're closed. And just bring a little movement back to the body. Maybe again we wiggle the fingers, circle the wrists, sway a little side to side. Good. Muscles in the face are directly connected to the upper body, and sometimes tension in the jaw or face can work its way all the way down to wrists and hands. So we'll start here and kind of work our way down and then do a little bit of full body movement. But we'll be seated for the majority of our practice. So really try to get comfortable here. If your seated position doesn't look like mine, that's totally fine. Feel free to sit in a chair at the edge of a bed or a couch, whatever works best for you today. Great. So let's just start by rolling the shoulders up and back a few times. Just get a little movement in that part of the body. Good. Notice if there's any kind of sticky spots or spots that feel maybe a little tighter than others. And then just let the shoulders soften down. Good. We'll bring some relaxation into the muscles in the face. So take the tips of the fingers and you're just going to gently tap right above the eyebrows. So kind of the middle to lower part of the forehead. Gentle, gentle taps. And then we're going to take those taps down to the temples, the cheekbones, the jaw, and then we're going to go back up. So cheekbones, temples, forehead. Good. Then hold onto the ears and just gently pull. Yep. Little massage. Super helpful in relaxing the whole body, really, but definitely the muscles in the face. Good. Nice. One more. It feels good. Great. And let the hands just relax down to the legs. We're going to focus a little more on the mouth. We tend to hold a lot of tension here, either clenching our teeth, pursing our lips, sometimes even just having tension in our tongue, up to the roof of our mouth. All those things can create tension and just kind of add more tension to the whole upper body system. So we're going to use a breath. I call it horse's breath. I'm sure there's something else. There's some Sanskrit name for it. If you know what it is, please feel free to let me know. But we're going to kind of relax the lips a little bit. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the lips. So I'll go first. Inhale and exhale. Good. And just let the breath go through the lips. We're going to do that a few more times. Inhale and exhale. Good. It might be hard at first. Keep trying. Inhale and exhale. Good. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. This breath is a great signal to the entire nervous system that it's time to relax. We have a lot of our nerves that run through our lips and our mouth that directly connect to our vagus nerve, which is our kind of main nerve in our parasympathetic nervous system, our nervous system, the part of our nervous system that helps us relax. So just by doing that little breath, it helps to send some signals to the mind, to the body that it's time to relax. We can unwind a little bit. All right, let's keep that unwinding going. Let's take the hands out in front and just do some little circles with the fingers. Doesn't matter which way you go. We're going to go one direction and then the other. Good. And then circle the wrist, one direction and then the other. Good. Then just give it all a shake. Shake out the arms, shake out the hands. Move the hands around a little bit, one side, the other, up and down, doesn't really matter, just shake, shake, shake. Good. Hands rest down. Nice. Shoulders shrug to the ears. Give a good squeeze, exhale, drop it all down. Good. Again, inhale to squeeze. Exhale to drop. Wonderful. Again, inhale to squeeze. Exhale to drop. Great. Inhale, hands rise. Great. Right hand comes down, left arm up and over. Just starting to get into that side stretch. Very nice. Switch it out. Other side. Right hand lifts. Good. We're going to try it again. Take that right hand down, left arm up. We'll add a little bit if you want. Bend that elbow and open the chest towards the ceiling. And then we're going to straighten that arm and turn the chest towards the leg. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, open it up. Really feel that opening through the chest. Exhale, turn down, and reach through those fingertips. Good. One more just like that. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, turn down. Good. Bring it back to center. Let's try the other side. Reach up and over. We're going to bend that top elbow, open the chest towards the ceiling. And then turn chest towards the floor, reach through those fingertips. Good, couple more just like that. If you want, move with your breath. Inhale to open. Exhale, turn and reach. Again, inhale, open. Exhale, turn and reach. Very nice. Bring both hands back up. One more big stretch. Exhale, let's twist to the right. Couple breaths here, just kind of easing into our twisting practice. Good. Take those ha breaths as much as you want. Awesome way to relax the body as well as the jaw. Good. Inhale, hands lift. Exhale over to the other side. Same thing, few breaths here. Good. Nice. Hands just unwind back to the center. Very good. Let's take a little more time and focus on neck, tops of the shoulders. Chin's going to come down to the chest, and we're going to start a little movement side to side. Good. Stir the chin around. Find those spots that need a little more love today. You got it. Nice work. One more side to side. Good. Take the head, bring it all the way to the right. Left fingertips can reach down and away. And breathe. As you exhale, really try to soften that left side. Drop the shoulders, soften the jaw, relaxing the muscles in the face. Maybe even bringing back in that horse's breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Switching sides, head comes to center and all the way to the left. Right hand can reach down. Good. Nice. Again, maybe finding that horse's breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Wonderful. Bring it all back to center. Hands are going to come to the legs. Inhale, lift up the chest, open up through the front of the body. Exhale, round the spine. We'll take an extra breath or two here. Feel free to shift and move a little bit, getting into that space around the shoulder blades. Very good. Great. Come back to center. Inhale, we'll lift again. Exhale, round. Take another couple breaths. Good. Bring it back to center. Wonderful. Grab your strap, towel, whatever you've got. Take it wide. Inhale, arms are going to lift up. Exhale, we're going to start to take those arms back behind you. If you need, just take that hand a little bit wider. No pinching or pulling pain. We just want to stretch here. Good. Let's do that a few times. Up and over. If you start to feel like things are loosening up a little bit and you want to bring your hands closer, you can. Go for it. Great. A couple more times just like that. Nice work. Again, up and back. And one more, up and back. Good. Come all the way forward. Release that strap down. Come back to center. Let's just close the eyes again if you want. Hands may come to heart center. Feel that awareness again of the upper body. Enjoying this moment of pause and stillness. As the hands connect to the chest, maybe feeling the rise and fall with the breath. Bringing body, breath, and awareness all together, all in the same moment. Nice. Slowly opening the eyes, releasing the hands, bringing them back to the legs. Let's roll those shoulders up and back again. Good. Let's change up the legs. So if you're seated on the side of a bed or a couch or a chair, maybe you take the feet a little bit wider or a little closer together, just kind of changing things up a bit. If you're seated cross-legged like me, let's maybe bring the soles of the feet together, knees out, or take the opposite leg in front, maybe take one leg out to the side, just to kind of change up that shape a little bit. Good. Let's do another twist. So inhale, hands lift. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. And you can stay here in this twisted shape. If you want, we'll add a little neck stretch. So take the gaze over to the left. We're reaching back through this right hand behind you as you look towards the left. Again, feeling that nice big stretch through the right side. Good job. A couple more breaths. Great. Head comes back to center. Inhale, hands rise. Let's go all the way to the other side, coming into that twist. Good. Stay here. If you want to add that neck stretch, chin to the chest, and then slowly slide that gaze over to the right. Keep reaching back through those left fingertips. Good. Fantastic. You got it. One more breath. Nice. Slowly unwind yourself. Come back to center. Great. We're going to come to tabletop. I'm going to give you a couple options here. I know we're really focusing mostly on the upper body, but let's just give the lower body a little something, you know? Hands come to the mat, knees under the hips. Let's take one foot back, tuck the toe under, press through the heel. Move up a little bit here, switch sides. Good, and keep going with that if this feels best for you, or if you want, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Good. Even though it seems like maybe we're focusing mostly on the legs right here, any kind of slack in the system that we can give the body, the better it is for the whole body. So maybe you feel tightness in the shoulders or upper back. Sometimes stretching the legs can help that out. Good. Eventually we'll come to a forward fold, so hands can walk to feet or feet to hands. Knees are bent, and really try to just fall forward towards the floor. Head is as heavy as it can be. Those shoulders are relaxed, kind of really letting gravity take over here. Maybe some exhales through the mouth, or some more of that horse breath in through the nose, out through the lips. Great. Let's lift up halfway. Hands to shins or thighs. Nice strong legs, a little lift of the belly, come up halfway, lengthen the spine. Good. Exhale. Let's fold. Then the knees press into the heels. Rise up nice and tall. And then float those hands down towards the floor. Great. Roll the shoulders up and back. Good. Another thing that can kind of add to our tension we feel in this upper body is our phone, our typing, our driving. So this kind of rounded position. So let's do a little bit of work here. You can use a doorway. You can use a wall. I'm going to use a wall today, but not everybody has big, huge spaces on their walls like I do here in my studio space. So if you've got a doorway, just open your door and you can use the side of the door. So imagine my arm's kind of inside the door. If you're using your doorway, go ahead and do that. I'm going to show you how to use the wall. You're going to get as close to the wall as you can, so belly close to the wall. We're going to start on the right side, so right arm comes out and hand is about eye level. So you should be able to look over and see the thumb, palm of the hand, the wrist, okay? And then we're going to turn to the left. So that might just mean you take a look to the left. Maybe the chest turns towards the left, maybe the belly. If you feel good here, you can turn your feet towards the left and let that left shoulder drop. Like the hand is heavy. You can imagine holding on to something that's not super heavy here. So like imagine you're holding your water bottle and you're trying to just let that left shoulder soften. And breathe. Again, no pinching or pulling pain. We just want a good stretch through right chest, right shoulder. Good. Bring it back to center. So turn back towards the wall. If you're using the doorway, just switch arms. Left arm's going to come out to the side. Again, hand is about eye level. When you're ready, start that slow turn to the right. So head first. Chest starts to turn. Belly and hips might turn, feet might turn. Right arm is heavy. You can even give that arm a little shake to release some of that tension. Sometimes the body's going to want to kind of round down towards the floor, towards the wall. See if you can keep that chest lifted, spine long, belly hugs in a little bit. You got it. A few more breaths. Nice job. Good. Unwind yourself. Come back again towards the wall. Release the arms down. We'll come back to the mat and just give it all a good little shake. Good. As you know, if you've practiced with me before, shaking is awesome and not used enough. So shake it out. Shake it out. Okay, good. Great. Again, we're going to bring the legs back in a little bit because why not? Take the feet nice and wide. And if you want, you can grab your strap again. So these are your options. We're going to take our hands behind you. You can hold on to the wrist. You can use your strap. And you can take it as wide as it feels good for the shoulders. Okay? Or you can clasp the hands together. Any variation that feels right for you, find it. Lift up tall. Feel that opening through the chest. Those hands are reaching down and back, whether they're holding onto the strap or the wrist. Good. Press through the feet. You can stay upright if that feels better for you, or maybe you start to fold. Give the knees a little bend. Tilt the pelvis forward. Start to fold towards the floor. Hands can stay by the back, or you can lift them towards the ceiling. Few breaths here. Again, maybe sighing or using that horse's breath, breathing out through the lips. Good. 2 more breaths. Very nice. Release the hands. Bring the hands to shins or thighs. Press into the heels. Slowly lift back up. Rise back up. Good job. Roll the shoulders up and back. Nice. Bring the feet back in about hip distance, coming back to our mountain or Tadasana. Great. Let's open up that back body, so upper body. Arms out wide, right arm's going to go on top. Give yourself that nice big hug first. And if you want, maybe sway around a little bit. So kind of round a bit forward, maybe rock a little side to side, just kind of getting into that mid, upper back, shoulder blade area. Good. Take the arms out wide. Thumbs are going to point back behind you. Open up through the chest. Great. Now left arm comes on top. Big hug. Same thing here. Roll it out a little bit or find some stillness. Whatever feels good for you today. Good job. Another breath or two here. Good. Unwind. Arms out. Thumbs point behind. Open up through the chest. Good. Let's do it again. Right arm on top. So maybe you stay in this big hug. If you want to hook the fingers or bring those palms towards each other, towards an eagle arm variation, please go for it. You can feel like the elbows press a little forward. You can even slide the elbows up and down a little bit. Good, and if you find a spot that again needs some extra love, take a pause, take a few breaths. You're doing great things. Good job. One more breath wherever you are. Nice. Unwind. Take those arms out. Thumbs point behind. Open up through the chest. Good. Left arm on top. Same options here. Big hug. Hook the fingers. Palms might come towards each other. Take a moment here. Find that position that feels good. And then if you want, maybe just press the elbows a little forward. Or start that slow slide up and down until maybe you find a spot that needs a little extra love. Oh, and breathe. Good job. A few more breaths. I would say showing up and practicing is 80% of the battle here. Carving out 30 minutes for yourself. High five. Good work. Great. Exhale, release. And this time, just shake it out. Very good. All right, let's come back to the mat. Come all the way down. Good. I'm going to come all the way flat onto my back. For any reason that doesn't feel good for you, you can stack up some pillows and kind of give yourself a little place to rest, so you don't have to come all the way down towards the mat. Actually, let me show you what that looks like real quick. So I've got a bolster and some blocks here. You can use really whatever you got. I've just got some blocks to help steady it, and then I've got my bolster. So I can lean on back without coming all the way flat to the mat. So maybe, again, you just got some pillows you stack up, and that's great. We're going to come all the way down to the floor in whatever way feels right for you. Good, and we're going to do a little progressive stretch here. So this is all about listening to your body and doing what feels good today. I'm just going to give you a few different options. We're going to stay for about 1 minute in each shape. If you want to stay where you are, just stay there another minute. Arms are going to be kind of by the sides, maybe out a little bit. So a little bit past the hips. Let your shoulders start to soften. Legs can be bent or straight. That's kind of up to your lower body, however that feels. And just breathe. Good, we're about halfway there. Few more breaths in this shape. Good. Now if you'd like to move, I'm going to kind of scoot down a little bit. You don't have to move at all. I'm just scooting so you can see a little bit better. You're going to take your arms out wide like a T. So kind of hand is straight out from the shoulder. Again, we'll rest here for 1 minute. Breathe and soften. Maybe check in again with the muscles in the face. See if you can relax around the mouth or the eyes. Good, about halfway there. Keep that breath going. Nice, couple more breaths here. Very good, and we'll move into our last shape. Give it a try, see if it feels good. If not, come right back here. This time we're going to come into goalpost arms, so elbows are going to be bent, and tops of the hands are going to come to meet the mat. Or take the hands overhead and let one hand rest on top of the other. If you're in that last variation with one hand on top of the other, I'll let you know when we're about halfway through and you can switch. Take that other hand on top. Good, we're about halfway through. If you have one hand on the top, just switch. Few more breaths here. Good, slowly bringing the arms back again to the starting position, down by the sides. Either rock the knees side to side or bring the knees into the chest and rock. Another breath or two. Good. Then we're going to roll to one side and slowly come up to a seated position. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Thank you for taking time out for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, I would really, really appreciate it if you liked it and subscribed to the channel if you aren't already. Also, please let me know what you think. I genuinely want to know if there's anything in particular that I could offer here that would benefit you. So thank you for practicing with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day.